Hello there, and how's your cotton? I'm going to show you here how to tie my famous fly pattern. You call her the green gimp, peckerneck green gimp, it's full name for her. So we'll quickly get started here, and just the usual stuff for you. Just lay down a base of thread just along to the shank really. Just something like that there would do you alright, you know. And just give it a wee trim up. Got that sorted there, and I recommend there. I'm just using uni thread, you know, black number 6 uni thread. So the first thing I want to do here is this green gimp's going to have a PVC back on him, you know, just like a sex suit. So let me see what I'm doing here. First thing I'm actually going to do is going to take a bit of Malibu, just lime green I like to use there, and just I'm a bit tight on it. I just buy the cheapest old shade I can off eBay, or you know. But you want a good slack snaff green Malibu. This is what you want, just to give this boy a good bit of tail, a good bit of swimming action in the water. It looks like a kind of shrimp yolk, you know. So once you get your Malibu, just just cut her off there and lick your fingers, roll her up, and then I wouldn't be using the greatest of gear, you know. It's probably a lot handier. Get good stuff, but just tie out on there. Get her well tied on, up like that there, back down again. Make sure that's well tied on. You don't want that yolk coming out, so you don't. Next thing I'm going to do is go to your kitchen sink, get a couple of them wee yolks there. Can you see it there? Just get a couple of them wee eyes. I'm going to tie them on, but leave it back now a wee bit so you can get finished in this boy. There's going to be a couple of whiskers on it. Start tying that on. I tie it all in the same direction, then what it'll do, it'll turn it around like that. Tie it the other direction, that'll start to straighten it out, but keep it strong at the same time. So just, oh look at that there, cheap shite, tell you. Cheap shite. Just eBay for you. Just bear with me every second. We're back. Get that on. I'm going to tie that back on. Hopefully get this back tied on again. Look, see that's what happens when you use the old cheap stuff, you know. You should buy good gear like that stuff Lawrence Finney sells there, but as good as you ever need. But get that wrapped on. I would say that's my eyes done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the back. We'll stop here. Two things to remember now, because we're going to put some dubbing and stuff in this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie a bit of flash in. Don't know if can you see that there. I like to use that stuff, so I do. Tie her in the side. We're not going to go too mad, just a couple of turns is all you need. Then get your flash, you know. See us here, look, see us doing my head. I didn't even tie that in or nothing. I'm messing about, you know. This is what happens when you're an amateur fly tyer. It's the sort of daily day, if you like I like to call it. But tie that in there. That's all you need there. Just a couple of turns, just watch you don't nip the flash on the hook. Bring it round, tie it round the other side, and then I'll hold it in place here and just tie them on down there a couple of turns. Just like that. That's all the flash I'm going to put in. Cut it the same length as the Malibu. That'll do for that now. And I'm going to use a bit of this here. But just got this gear tonight there, boy Lawrence Finney. He has some cub boy. He can tie a fly. So what we're going to do is I'm actually going to tie a bit of this into the back. Because I'm going to use this in a wee bit here to create a bit of a rib. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie that into the body, just about here. Just push it, just tie it in a wee bit, you know. Then I'd give her a wee push up like that there, even her up the length of the body. Then I'm going to tie her up, tie her well in. You don't want that yolk coming out, because this is really very important, this stuff, because this fly is lethal. Lethal, I tell you. So I'm going to tie it up. Oh, look at that thread, boy, that is taped dirt. I'm just going to pause this a wee minute to spool up again, so just bear with me. And we're back there. That's one thing I tell you now, is keep buying that old cheap thread. It is not worth a dung. Buy yourself just sort of the best you can buy. It's just I'm on the dole here. I don't really have a big lot of money about me. But got that tied back in, just for all you technical boys out there. I'm using Camasan B175 hooks. They are my favourite hook, boy. I tell you, I've caught some fish name yokes. Some, you name her, I've caught them. There we go, same crap bar again, but we're ready sort of to go here now, and we're going to tan in a few things in a minute. First thing off, we're going to get a bit of chenille. Is it chenille? Is that stuff for chenille? I think it is chenille. I like to use that fluorescent green, boy. It is nice stuff. I'm going to cut a bit of that off. And you've probably heard all this before, but get it and peel it off a bit, so the string's exposed just like that. And then tie that string in, just in it, you need that. It's a footery old fly-ish, you know. But once you get her mastered, she is the job, she is the rod. This thing will catch you millions of fish. I think actually not too long she's going to be banned. Is probably what's going to happen. So we got that there done now. Next sort of yoke we're going to do is we're going to tie in a bit of this. I don't know, it's like scud backing or something. It's scud backing. I don't know, but what I like to do in it, just give it a good wee finish here. I'll cut a V in her. The big V, you know. What do you see? I'll show you now. Just something like that, you know, is all you want to do. I'm going to tie that in like a tail. So I'll just pull that up out of my way a minute. I'm going to tie this in, make sure it's in the middle. Just nothing too mad for see that old thread, boy, that's doing my head. And I swear next night day I get a crisis loan, boy, I'm going to buy a good lock of thread. Good strong stuff and good bobbins and stuff like that, you know. But you want to tie that in, just one turning in. Turn around till the sort of V's in the middle. Because you don't want this boy going every shape. Because he's a lethal boy when he's tied right. So it's just about like that. A couple of good turns to tie her down. And then what I'll do is I'll fold that back, you see. And then I'll bring the thread up to the front. Just to there. And then I'm going to tie this yoke in. So we're going to just tie this up. Just like this now. But we're going to stop a wee bit before the head, because we're going to allow for the legs to go in. So somewhere about there. And then I'm just going to tie that off. Just like that, you know. But you sort of want to leave about the width of their chenille at the head is what you sort of want to leave. Look at that, those are coming loose and everything, boy. I tell you, I'm no master fly tyer. I'll tell you what, I'm no Davy McPhail. Certainly I'm not Davy McPhail. That man is lethal. If you get a chance to look up Davy McPhail's Durham Ranger, it is lethal, boy. So look, I've got this tied in here. Things are just starting to get into my road. This is where sort of your amateur sort of comes out of me, you know. I'm going to sort this bobbin out a wee bit, make it a bit tighter, just give her a squeeze, you know, keep that thread. But we've got that in. That's tied in now. So I'm going to finish that off, and what I'm going to do is just going to snip that. So, there we got that snip now. Next thing I'm going to do is, I'm going to bring this over, this PVC back, because this really is what makes the gimp, you know. Just bring that over, and then you just sort of want to give it a tighten. Try and make sure it's sort of spread out a bit, so it's sort of flat as you can. And then give that a tighten, just like that. That's all you want. Just 2 or 3 turns, and then give her a tighten like that. Oh, give her a tighten in, and then trim. Get that trim in. I just like to give her another couple of turns just for good luck, you know. That's the way you do her. So we got that there PV suit in. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to bring this green rib. Now you'll see it. Bring it under the tail. And I'll just bring it round. Bring it round once at the back. And start to bring it round. I like the ring sort of. I'm just going to put 2 here at the back. Then I'm going to bring her up like that. Start to put a nice sort of rib into it. You don't have to, but if you want to make the green pimp, or the green gimp, sorry, this is what you need to be doing. Once you've got that, tie her off, a couple of turns, tie her off. This face is going berserk here, boy. You've got that there done, boy, and then tie her off. That should be that done. Just give that a wee snip, you know. We're getting there now. So right now I just fold it down my nail. Give her another turn or two. So just tidy things up a wee bit. Next thing I'm going to add in this boy here is a bit of hackle. I like to use this cock cape, which is an orange one. You sort of want to find her there where the feathers go furry. And peel her back. And then I'm going to just tie her in just at the side here. Start to tie her in. There we go. Just make sure it's well tied. Now don't tie it right up to the eye, because once you trim her, then that allows a wee bit there to sort of snip and cover up again. So like that there, I've tied her in now. I just finished tying her on up to the eye. I sort of do this, like to do this reasonably careful. Cover that up, and that should be it. So then what you do is just come to the front, because we're going to be finishing up very soon. Now just get your hackle here. Make sure it's pulled back. Make sure your hackle's pulled back. Start to come round. Start to put your hackle on. And then just flat out here. I don't even know if this is right or wrong or nothing, but this is the way I come up with this, the green gimp. Like, so this is, if you want to tie a green gimp, this is the way you have to do it. Simple as that. So look, I've got my hackle sort of where I want it now. I'm going to come in behind the eye again. Just real tight. Tie this hackle off. I'm sure you'll probably find easier ways, and if any of you do, I would like to post a video, maybe if you can improve this for me, or my tying gets a bit better, you know. But it was actually Davy Williamson sort of got me into this tying. He was one of my idols. Him and sort of Davy McPhail and Lawrence Finney, you know, you couldn't really learn from better boys than that. So we're finished now, but what we're going to do is just going to build this. I'm going to pinch this all back, start of my way, if I can. Like that there, I would do me there. I'm going to build this up, just a nice wee sort of nose on him. Fill that nose out a bit, you know. Just going to fill that out nicely into a wee ball. And that would do your, and then what you want to do is just I'm still a bit footy with this gear here, but just do your whip finish, you know. Just 5 turns is what I read there on the internet, so good enough for it, it's good enough for me. And that's really us finished now. So what I'm going to do is, I'm actually going to show you this, but can I just show you my varnish here first? I use that Rimmel. Can you see it there? Rimmel 60-second varnish. That's what I like to use in my flies, you know. It dries pretty quick, but when I get the sort of money up, I'll buy that UV resin gear. It is the job. So just a nice wee dab of varnish just to keep everything tidy. That's really you there now. It's the green gimp, as he called. See if his back, or I'll see if I can zoom in here and get you a look at his back. Oh, maybe not, it's not happening, but his back's got a nice wee rib. Sort of his hackle and stuff, where you sort of get an idea of what he's all about. I'll take him out of the vise here and give you a look at him. So he's there, he's sort of, there's the front of him there, you know. The side. That's you've just tied yourself a green gimp. All the best then, look forward to seeing you next time. All the best. Good night, yoke.